He jests at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off! It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks! Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
O Bunmeo, wherefore art thou Bunmeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, but be sworn my love, and I'll no longer be Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name is that my enemy. Thou art thyself through not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Bunmeo would, were he not Bunmeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Bunmeo doff thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I'll never will be Bunmeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Bunmeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings I did o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look, thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By those directions foundest thou out this place.
By love, who first did prompt me to inquire, he lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed, with the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say, aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mightest prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. O gentle Bunmeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest I'm too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse, I say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my behaviour white. But trust me, gentle bunny, I'll prove more true than those that have more coin to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but thou overheardest ere I was ware. My true love passion, therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to white wall. Think that dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, an inconsistent moon, that monthly change of her cycled orb, lest that thy wealth prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
In my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be, ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
Thy exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, I give it thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep, and more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Madam.
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu! Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a whittle. I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night, I am afeard. Being a knight, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Bunmeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time thou wilt perform this rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord,
Madam?
throughout the world.
Madam?
I come anon, but
Madam?
if thou meanest not well, I do
Madam?
beseech thee,
Madam?
by and by I come to cease thy suit, and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive, my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love toward school with heavy looks.
Hist, Bunmeo, hist! Oh, for falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echoes lie, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Bunmeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Bunmeo,
My dear,
what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgotten why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand here, remembering how I love thy company.
And I shall stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird, who lets it hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so I would, yet I shall kill thee with such cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. Hence I will go my ghostly friar's close cell, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.